Welcome to the fifth grade students, families, teachers, and staff. This is our second fifth grade promotion ceremony at Mary Hogan and our second one here. And it's so great to see you all here, especially almost the whole school. A few things to note before we start. If you haven't turned off the ringer on your phone, please do that. The whole ceremony will be available afterwards on MCTV on their YouTube channel and is being live streamed. And so I know that some folks who are not able to make it now are watching us live. And if you want to watch it again and again, you can do that later. So today we have the opportunity to celebrate all of you fifth graders. We recognize the growth you have made this year and all of your years at Mary Hogan. Sometimes it's really hard to see your own growth because in the day-to-day it can be hard to step back and see those small steps that led to big changes. Today, though, we have a moment to pause and reflect on what amazing people you've grown into and to notice how much you embody those 10 learner profile traits that you've heard so much about in your years at Mary Hogan. You are balanced, getting outside and playing in ways that allow you to enter back into class and focus on learning. You're caring, picking up trash on the playground, including everyone in your games, and looking out for your little buddies. You're communicators, advocating when you see a change that needs to happen, leading all school meetings, and sharing your ideas in multiple media and languages. You're inquirers, wondering about fairness and justice, seeking to learn more about the world around you, and asking lots and lots of questions. You're knowledgeable, learning your math facts, how to write an essay, and to understand how the world works. You're open-minded, welcoming new peers along your journey at Mary Hogan, listening to different perspectives, even when it's hard, and trying to play dodgeball, even when you weren't quite sure it was for you. You're principled, advocating for your peers whose voice is quieter, respecting school staff, and taking responsibility to fix things when they go awry. You're risk takers, trying new things like at Keek, from food to activities, and pushing yourselves when you weren't entirely sure it was for you. And you're thinkers, trying to help improve the world in big and small ways, including analyzing the waste patterns at Mary Hogan and making suggestions on how to make our school a better place. The learner profile has 10 attributes that we will all always work towards. You have modeled them all for us here, even when it felt hard. Thank you for always bringing your best self and modeling what it means to be swift, smart, strong, and caring. You are Mary Hogan Hawks. As you head across town to Mums, I want you to know what a difference you've made to Mary Hogan as a school and how much we'll miss you. While I didn't have the privilege of knowing all of you since kindergarten, I have known many of you since I came to Mary Hogan in your third grade year. What do you remember about third grade? I remember desperately trying to learn all of your names as quickly as I could. What made it easier in my first year was how unique you all are. You each have a spirit in you that while it may look and feel different at the end of fifth grade, I can still see that third grader in each of you. You all challenged me to learn more, to ask you questions, to spend time getting to know you. We had running races to see who was faster. We had tea parties. We played games from Suspend to Foursquare. You helped me learn about Mary Hogan as I learned about you. These past 3 years that I had the privilege to know you, we also faced the COVID pandemic. When you started in third grade, probably none of you knew what a coronavirus was, had worn a face mask for a whole day, or washed your hands for 20 seconds many times each day. Well, maybe some of you did do that, but not all of you. The pandemic was hard. It meant that you had to learn how to learn remotely, trying to access lessons that your teachers worked all night on. You had to sort through how to see friends who are not in your pod. You had Spanish, art, and music in your classroom, and you had PE nearly all year last year outside. You worried and experienced things that none of us would have expected in that fall of third grade. And while we aren't out of the woods yet, look at where we are because of you and your families and your teachers. We are a community of learners who takes the time to find the joy in learning. And your leaders. You have inspired your school with your leadership on student council. You modeled what leadership looks like when you sat around the edge of our last all-school meeting or sang and played with band and chorus. You consistently look to make our school a better place, and I am so grateful to you for this. You're helping us bring back old traditions in a vibrant way and build new traditions at Mary Hogan. As you head to Mums, please remember that you will always be Mary Hogan Hawks. You will always be welcome here. We will always love to see you, to hear about your feats, whether they are small or big, and to see what you create. We are where you got your start. Just remember us as you do the next great thing. And now I'd like to share your reflections in this video with many thanks to the teachers and Kurt Broderson for bringing it to us today.
One of my favorite Mary Hogan memories is when we went to the gingerbread houses in third grade.
One of my favorite Mary Hogan school memories is when we went on a trip to Camp Keewaydon. Thank you, Miss Lee, for giving me encouragement in first grade. That really helped me through the years of Mary Hogan. Don't worry about all the math and other things because it is not that hard when you get older. My favorite memory is going to get pizza at Green Peppers when I was in second grade.
Hey, my favorite memory of Mary Hogan is probably PE because I love to run and I love to do sports. I play hockey and baseball. And the person I like, a teacher named Miss Lee. She's awesome. She was my second grade teacher, and she was our first grade. Yeah, first grade, and she was awesome. I just want to give, and yeah, she just has a lovely heart, and yeah. My favorite memory of school is probably going on trips like Echo and Keewaydin.
I want to thank Miss K for being an amazing music teacher. She was funny and kind, and she was just awesome. I want to thank my first grade teacher, Mrs. Flint, for being such a good teacher and doing so much fun stuff. This year I really appreciated Miss K for supporting me in band and for just making it a really fun school year. Have fun with your friends and learn as much as you can. And thank you to all my teachers over the years, but especially Miss S. I'd like to thank all my past and present teachers. I would also like to thank my mom and my dad. I don't want to thank my sister, but I think I have to. So thank you, Flora, for something, but I don't know what.
My favorite part of Mary Hogan was making a lot of friends. A piece of advice for kids younger than me is to never give up hope.
Making new friends in school is really fun because you get to see them every day. And I'd like to thank Miss Crizo for a very nice fourth grade. You get so many amazing opportunities at Mary Hogan. Like you get to speak on the loudspeaker, and if you don't try it, then you'll probably regret it later. My favorite memory from Mary Hogan is going to be because Mr. D always put a smile on my face. A teacher that made a big impact on my years at Mary Hogan was Mrs. Kane. She pushed me to my limits, and she had a great sense of humor. My favorite memory at Mary Hogan was Keek, and the game was Predator versus Prey and went on for like 40 minutes, and it was overall a really fun time.
Advice I have for younger students is that new friends will come and old friends will leave, but it's for the better. Advice I have for younger students is to clean your desk because it gets so messy and you can't find anything, and then your teacher will get mad at you.
Advice for younger students is, even through thick and thin, keep your friends close. A teacher that I really trust is Sarah, Jeff, and Miss Whistle.
I wrote a poem about the school. I want to thank my friends who are in it to the end. I want to thank my teachers for never letting me give up. I'd like to thank myself for not giving up. I came in half the year, and now the end is near. These couple months have been filled with anger, sadness, and lots of love, and more of the above. So I'd like to thank everyone who made sure I was happy and made me happy, because in the end, I wouldn't have changed anything for the experience I got. And now I say goodbye to a great school. There will be many years to come. I wish to see you again someday. I hope nothing will have changed in any single way.
Okay. One of my favorite teachers, or someone who really made an impact on me, was Miss B. She understood me when really nobody really did.
Even if you don't like or trust your teachers yet, you should still believe in them. Just stay focused and you will succeed. My favorite experience in Mary Hogan is lunch because you get to eat.
My favorite memory of Mary Hogan is getting to go to Keewaydin this year.
My favorite Mary Hogan memory was field trips to Lake Dunmore because we got to go swimming. My favorite memory from Mary Hogan was a field trip to Green Peppers in kindergarten because it was my first field trip ever, and I love field trips.
One of my favorite Mary Hogan memories was going to Camp Keewaydin because it was a really fun way to try new things and hang out with friends. A teacher that made a positive impact on me was Miss Crizo. She made an impact on me because she has made the classroom a joyful and fun place to be. She's also super kind and always treats everyone with respect. Thanks for Miss Crizo being so awesome.
My favorite teacher at Mary Hogan was Miss Crizo because she let my creativity and imagination run rampant. My favorite Mary Hogan memory was going on field trips.
A quote that really inspired me during my time at Mary Hogan was a quote by Walt Disney. Sometimes it's fun to do the impossible, and I think we've done a lot of impossible things at Mary Hogan, and I hope other kids do too. My favorite memory from Mary Hogan was going to Camp Keewaydin.
My favorite Mary Hogan memory is move up day.
My favorite teacher, Mary Hogan, and Miss Castle, for always being nice to me when I'm having rough times. I want to thank her for doing all of that.
An adult that has had a positive impact on me was Miss Kreiser because she always cheered me up and let me express my feelings. Thank you, Miss Kreiser.
My advice for younger grades is that you should pay attention and be confident with your answers.
A piece of advice I have for younger Mary Hogan students comes from a quote, and the quote is, "Determination today leads to success tomorrow. If you never give up, you will succeed."
This is one of my favorite quotes from the first Harry Potter book. The truth, it is a beautiful and terrible thing, and should therefore be treated with great caution.
A wise man once said, if you ever fail, be a goldfish. You know why? Because it only has a 10-second memory.
Is going to Camp Keewaydin because I got to see all my friends.
The one thing I've learned is just to give everything a shot because you don't want to live in regret.
My favorite Mary Hogan memory was going to Camp Keewaydin for a week. It was really fun, and also I learned not to go swimming during April.
A piece of advice that I would give is just tell them, hey, your days at Mary Hogan will be awesome. So don't worry.
Advice I would have for younger kids in younger grades was you can take a break now, take a breath, but don't keep pushing it away because you can do it.
I have a message for all the young Mary Hogan students. Try your hardest on all your work and don't push it off till later.
The best thing in life is a challenge, because if everything was easy, there would be no sense of accomplishment. My favorite memory is probably when I wore an inflatable dinosaur costume to the 5th and 6th grade graduation. It's probably my favorite memory because of how happy it made everyone. I also got a lot of high fives.
One of my favorite messages came from the movie Trollhunters Tales of Arcadia. Destiny is a gift. Some go their entire lives living an existence of quiet desperation, never learning the truth that what feels as though a burden pushing down upon your shoulders is actually the sense of purpose that lifts us to greater heights. Never forget that fear is but the precursor to valor, and to strive and triumph in the face of fear is what it means to be a hero. Don't think, become.
Smile, don't hide your feelings.
The school will always have a place in my heart. I hope it has a place in your heart as well.
Fifth graders, thank you so much for your advice, gratitude, and well wishes. We will hold it dear. So for those of you who don't know, one of our favorite pastimes at Mary Hogan is to sing These Green Hills together at our all-school meeting. We are going to do that together right now. We will have the words up on the screens if you don't know it, and we're asking everybody to join in. At this time, we're going to do the presentation of certificates. We will do it by class. So I'd like to invite Miss Hannah Buttolph up. The presentation of certificates. I'm just going to ask that we hold our applause until we're concluded with the first class, and then we'll move on to the next one. Ezra Bliven. Theodore Curran. Sophie Donor. Brady Dugay. Quentin Giro. Jackson Henderson. Olivia Hustis. Jacob LaRose. Peyton McCrae. Ruby Murphy. Connor Nolan, who unfortunately can't be with us today. Zaria Smith McDowell. Jaspreet Singh. Emma White. Harper Wilson. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Buttolph's class. Welcome Jan Collins. Students in Ms. Collins' class, come on up. Jackson Butterfield. Aiden Christo. Haley Clark. Nathaniel Duval. Carter Emilio. Walter Farnsworth. Rosa Finch. Xander Liu. Watson Malcolm. Grace Michael. Damian Poon. Emma Quinn. Macy Selleck. Amelia Tenney. Theodore West. Amelie Wilhelm. Casey Wu. Please join me in congratulating Miss Collins' class. At this time, I'd like to invite up Miss Natalie Kryzo and Miss Janet Castle. Miss Kryzo's class, come on up. Reed Allen. Cole Andrews. Mariah Baker. Sophia Betancourt. Connor Forbes. Alexandra Garcia. Victoria Garcia. William Henderson. Chloe Kretschel. Cecilia Luksh. Marie Therese Padushnik. Genevieve Rathbun, who is unfortunately not able to be with us today. Ryan Rayum. Erin Wah. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Kryzo's class. At this time, I'd like to invite up Miss Deb Levesque to join Mrs. Castle. Miss Levesque's class, come on up. Parker Austin. Isabel Betancourt. Owen Bevere. Ariana Blodgett. Eric Bowe, who's unfortunately not able to be with us today. Wilhelmina Brown. Scarlett Copeland. Anna Dutton. Declan Gallipo. Hartley Littlefield. Dana Libsey. Mia Miranda Nagaiza. Andrew Sweeney. Emily Wedge. Please join me in congratulating Miss Levesque's class and the entire 5th grade.
In a few moments, the 5th graders will recess and head back to school to get their things or to see their families. Meet families right outside, and you can celebrate together for the rest of the day. We do, though, still have 3 more days of school this week, and they're going to be filled with continued celebrations. So we look forward to celebrating with you guys tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. As you all head out, I wanted to share part of an Irish good luck wish that has great meaning to me. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. I wish only the best for you and can't wait to hear about the roads you take. Congratulations, 5th graders. As the 5th graders recess, we'll get to sing along to Count on Me, which is another song we often sing at all school meetings. And you can see lots of pictures from this year's 5th graders on the screen, along with the words. So.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of, when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do all day. Ooh, if you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of. We are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me. 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. God, 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do all day. Always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. Can't count on me. 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do all day.